what you think about Chicago violence?
Okay. For me, one, they just need to stop in general. But Chicago violence, I don't know, man. It's a lot of, there's no organization. I don't like violence in general, but I will say, like,
you say Chicago don't have organization, but Chicago isn't start that organized gang and stuff. I think Chicago supposed to be known for organization, man.
Yeah.
You know, but
they
now look like
it's wild.
Organized and like,
yeah.
And this was the way it supposed to go. Like, you feel me? Everybody saying the Serikuman. Nobody trust nobody. Like, like Chicago supposed to be, you know, that's all this gang shit come from. Like,
yeah. I was like, because how gangs started wasn't even supposed to be violent. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was supposed to be to protect the communities and neighborhoods within the city, because sometimes we know that Chicago can be a corrupt place just with our government within Chicago. So it's like police force, you know what I'm saying, the people who make the laws within Illinois, you know, can be corrupt. We all know that. And so the gangs were basically there to like really just help out the communities and things like that. But then, you know, when drugs started getting involved, the whole idea of just being a kingpin and things like that, people started to kind of lose the way. And then once those people started getting locked up, we got like our generation, we don't really have like any type of organization. We don't have like big homies that could like really, you know what I'm saying, give you the type of rules that you need to know for the streets. Because now it's just, it feels like kind of like a Wild Wild West, because like it's just every man for himself. Even if you're in a gang,
everybody talk about same clique or same group.
Yeah.
Nobody even I mean, I know some people loyal, but
it's not that much loyalty though. It's not much loyalty. And then it's like, it's not even like the same gangs anymore. Like most of the gangs are like by streets now. So it's like most motherfuckers, you can be in the same faction, but then not like the block that your same faction is on. So it's like, that doesn't even make sense. Like if you're a GD but you don't fuck with GDs on 43rd, and it don't make sense. I was like, if y'all in the same thing, why are you beefing with niggas in the same stuff? So it doesn't, that in itself doesn't make sense to me. So that's like sometimes where the violence comes in, because then it's like, if you don't mess with people, like it just confuses me sometimes, because I'll be talking to some people who don't mess with niggas in their own gang, and I'm like, where's the loyalty at? Where's the, you know what I'm saying, where's that type of organization? Like you, that's like, if these people are supposed to be your fam, your, you know, whatever, like people you would die for, then y'all need to get it together. Because it's like, I'm not gonna have that same type of mentality with my brothers and with my sister, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I was like, I find a way to get over it. So it was like, either get over it or just get out the game, dog. So I don't know, man. We just need to get it together and try not to. Motherfuckers got anger issues too. I was like, in Chicago, I was like, I don't know where that, you know, they call it the city of hate, you know what I'm saying, too. So it's like the city, motherfuckers do hate here, and that's unfortunate, because then when you see people shine, people like to take you out your glow real quick. So it's like, and that's why people always say, like, man, when I get on, I gotta get out the city, because like when they find out like you doing big and shit like that, they want to take you out the game, and it's like, why? You know what I'm saying? You should embrace people.
Right now we talk about royalty, and what you think about TM88 was saying that he didn't get paid from the Tr3asy bar song, that one big song.
Yeah.
Sold a few million records, but still didn't get paid or something. Then, you know, this problem everybody been talk about years, like Cash Money didn't pay a lot of producer, and people soon a little Remo, and you know why people not really get the right credit, or even you think like you get the right credit?
No, I don't feel like I get the right credit at all. People don't put respect on the producer's name for some reason, like, and I don't see why, because I was like, if you think about it, producers really do make the artists, and so people don't necessarily like. Yeah, for some reason they feel like the producer is like the lesser part of the song. When it's like, if you really like listen to music without beats, half the songs you wouldn't even listen to. So it's like you got to remember, like, the producer is the song, you know. And so, like, even when hip hop was coming up, you needed that DJ or producer to even. It used to be about the DJ and producer before the rapper. It used to be about the motherfucker who was making the person sound good. Now it's like it's switched up to, like, now it's all about the rapper, but it's like, no, dog, like, it goes hand in hand basically. And so, like, even with some of the artists I work with, they, you know, they seem to forget who made the beat.
Yeah, and then sometimes like on the new song come out or something, like, you know, sometimes produced by Tr3asy, you know, people give credit, but sometimes it's not, not trying to pick it up the small problem, but I'm saying, hold on, like, people want to produce Tr3asy or even director too, like even engineer, like sometimes like artists not really paying the respect or even trying to help the people or something. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Why you come this way? Like,
I don't know, because that's, to me, like, you would think, like, all right, so you come into this producer, you believe in the sound that they gave you, and so it's like you should at least have some type of, like, I think that's why I fuck with some of the artists that I work with, is because they do respect the producer and they put me in a position to also shine with them. So it's also like a thing, like, even with Z, I was like, what I like about Z was, like, I never even had to bring up money. He was already, like, on it. Like, he was like, yeah, I'm gonna make sure that you get the paperwork, you know, we're gonna do this, that, and the other. I'm gonna make sure that you get what you are supposed to get. And so that was like, all right, see, now we have a respect factor. You understand, like, a producer is just as, you know, you're big as an artist, a producer should be just as big, basically. And so it's like those type of people, those type of artists are the type of artists that you really want to work with, because it's like, then you got other artists where they'll be like, all right, I want the beat, and they'll give you some story about how they really got this song and they want this beat, but then when the song comes out, they don't mention your name, they don't tag you or nothing, they don't even talk about money with you, and like, you be trying to be nice about it.
What the fuck?
You feel me? Like, I be like, come on, bro. Like, and then you know, most producers, we be trying to be nice. You know what I'm saying? Like, we like, all right, I'll just throw you the beat. I believe in your sound. You know, whatever. And then some artists just take advantage of that, and you be like, people taking my kindness for a weakness. So you know what I'm saying? Like, and so as producers, and then that's why we always seem like we're angry producers, because people always, you know, when we see like statuses and be like, you know, producers making jokes about artists, because it's true, like, artists really do sometimes try to finesse producers, and it's like, why try to finesse? Like, you could spend the same money that you spent on the weed that you probably brought to the session, or the shit you just bought before you came to the session. Could have spent that same amount of money on the beat that you about to rap on for free. So you know what I'm saying? Like, at least I always tell people, spend with me first, and I was like, I'll probably give you free shit afterwards, just because you invested in your future. You invested in something that was gonna make you more money than what you spent. So bullshit like that.
What you think about Chicago music and Atlanta music, or like, I know that everybody say that Atlanta work together. Oh, you know, everybody help each other.
Yeah.
Chicago get a lot of big attention for the music right now, and Atlanta, of course. And what's the difference from the like? If you know, I know that Atlanta making a lot of money through the music, and everybody get paid crazy money. Like, look like, I don't know the whole story, but look like Chicago, everybody get attention and stuff, but only the artists and few people make money, but a lot of people behind the scene or not really. Money is not really involved, and money is not really moving. What's the difference from Atlanta and Chicago? We get almost same million praise or million views on the YouTube. We getting almost same thing.
Yeah. I think, I don't know. Yeah, Chicago has the money. I was like, the money's here. It's just, it's not being invested well, because I feel like Atlanta isn't. Yeah, like you said, like Atlanta and Chicago are like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're damn near the same. It's just, you know, the way we talk is different. But I was like, other than that, I was like, the same, like the same influence Atlanta has to the world is the same that Chicago has. And then so it's like, yeah, it's like why is there's not a lot of, I'll say it's not a lot of places that cater to music here in terms of like labels. Like they're not really investing the type of money, or they're not investing the type of resources they give to Atlanta sometimes. And I feel like there's also a lot of self-made Atlanta labels out, and you know what I'm saying, like in Atlanta there's a lot of self-made things there. I feel like there's a lot of self-made things here, but it's not a lot of exposure for some reason. Because I was like, I do know some self-made like labels, I do know some self-made like just studios in general. They really give out opportunities, but it's just like I don't know why the world isn't seeing those type of places. And I think right now Chicago is doing really great. I feel like just with all the people that's been signed just this year, you know what I'm saying, Z Money, Valee, Juice WRLD, you know what I'm saying, like these people are really like giving Chicago a great name. So I feel like in time, I feel like Chicago is going to get that same type of exposure Atlanta is. It's just that I think we got to get over, I think a lot of things also is because of that drill scenes. Like people got to get over the whole idea like Chicago's like super duper violent, and motherfuckers don't want to come here because of that. But it's like, look, you know what I'm saying, like everywhere is violent. I was like, to be totally honest with you, you can go to Atlanta and get killed by probably the same nigga that was just in Chicago. So you know what I'm saying, like it's just, so people have to get over that stigmatism in the first place, because I feel like that's what also makes people not want to come here, because they feel like, yeah, you know, if I come to Chicago, motherfuckers might try to kill me. No, I've been living here my whole life. I ain't went nowhere else. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not afraid. You know what I'm saying? I'm aware, but I'm not afraid. You know what I'm saying? That type of shit.
Recently, Xxteicon, he got robbed and shot and killed. Unfortunately, rest in peace.
Yeah.
What you think about the situation? And even he got shot and killed back in his hometown, like.
Exactly. It's the, I don't know. It's just the whole idea of like, people don't necessarily expect you to make it. You know what I'm saying? Like, because they don't see you as somebody big until you are somebody big. And so it's like, I feel like the idea of jealousy and hate. So it's like, you have people that probably just don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't want to see you succeed. And I was like, and unfortunately, like, for his situation, you know, rest in peace, X, is like, yeah, like, you know, people don't want to see you shine. I was like, because he wasn't doing shit. You know what I'm saying? People just wanted to rob him because they knew he had money. They knew he had a little change on him. Unfortunately, because that's how I think of it, is like, I'm probably not going to put up a fight. If somebody tries to take some shit that I got, I was like, if I got it the first time, that's how I think of shit. It's like, if I got it the first time, I can get it again. So I'm, you know what I'm saying, I'm not one to really hold on to the materialistics. But for that, I'll say, yeah, that's unfortunate. And I feel like just because of the person he was, you know what I'm saying, like they really took advantage of that. And you know, he doesn't seem like the gun-toting type, so you know what I'm saying, like you just took advantage of a dude who just really was just out there, you know what I'm saying, who was just like living his life, and motherfuckers just wanted the materials. And it's like, you just killed a man over material for what?
In the music business, you coming up and you feel like you being target, like
not necessarily a target, because I mean, like, how I perceive myself is not like a person that, you know what I'm saying, like, if people don't like me, they just don't like me, of course. But it's like, I don't put any energy out there that makes people want to, I guess, try me, because I was like, I'm a big dude, but it's like, I don't have that, like, you know what I'm saying, like, if a nigga mess with me type shit. No, it's like, I'm a big friendly giant, I guess, you know what I'm saying, like, I'm a friendly motherfucker. So when you meet me, you're not gonna want to be on that with me, because I was like, 9 times out of 10 I'm gonna embrace you like you my brother or something. So you know what I'm saying, people, if you come at me like that, it's you mad, basically. You just literally just angry at the world. You gotta be, because I was like, the type of energy I like to bring to, you know, to people is always positive. So I was like, I don't like bringing negative energy around, so I always try to come with as much positivity so the people around me could be positive as well. Yeah.
What's your goal for the next 3 years for the music stuff?
My goal is to be on the billboards, try to get a Grammy, try to get another Grammy, try to get one more Grammy if I can, and then yeah, man, just be on the billboards, man. I'm just trying to get some #1 hits around the world. I'm just trying to get my music heard all around the world. That's all I want. It's just to be someone that people hear. I don't necessarily mind being in the background as long as I get the paycheck. Like I'm in the front, that's cool with me, because then I can provide for my family, my girl, all that shit. So that's basically like what I would like. So in the next 3 years, I just want to have a better living space. I want to just feel like I want to be financially free is what I want to be. I was like, I just don't want to have to think about finances like that. So just to be in a better place like that. So
who you want to work with like in the future?
Somebody asked me that on Instagram the other day. Drake, Big Crit, and Gucci Mane. I'm a lot closer to Gucci Mane because of Z, but it's coming. I know it. I feel it.
Right now, what you working on recently?
Right now, I'm working with Z. I've been working with him a lot, low key. Every time he's in Chicago now, anytime he touches down, he always hits me up. So we're always like in the studio. It'd be late as hell at night. I'm tired as hell, but we got to do what we got to do because we got to make these hits. So yeah, Z. Started to work with D-Lo. I'm working with 4. Really trying to get more work in with Valee. We got a joint together with him and Z.
Oh, you got something with Valee?
Yeah, I got something with Valee. So I'm excited about that because I really fuck with Valee too. So he's like, or Valee. I know he has a specific saying of his name, but yeah, I really fuck with him. Like, you know what I'm saying? My homie put me on to him like a couple of years ago, and he was like, yeah, he's gonna be some big shit. And so literally look at him, you know what I'm saying? And so I know we met about like 8 or 9 months ago. At Fort Knox, he used to be up there a lot too with him, Chase Davis, all those guys, and so they used to be up there like just trapping it out, making the songs that are out now back then. So just watching him do his shit and seeing him in the studio was like very like it was inspiring because I was like the type of person he is. He's a very down to earth person too. So I was like that's why I was like I definitely can't wait to work more with him. Just because I know like I've seen his work ethic, just like Z. I was like Z has great work ethic. Like I was like I can't say shit bad about Z on like his work ethic. He would be in the studio more than he would be at a club ever. I was like he probably at the studio right now as we talking. So that's my guy, man.
Okay. Before we close, you got some shout out to somebody you wanna?
Shout out to my team. Shout out to Revenue Sound. Shout out to my homie TK. Shout out to all of my producer homies, really. And then you know what I'm saying, because I was like, I want all of us to win, mostly from Chicago. You know what I'm saying? Like that is something that I really want to change. The idea that producers can't work with each other. I feel like all producers should at least try to work with other producers, mostly around from where they're from. Because I was like, we all have great networks, so why not put them shits together? So yeah, shout out to all y'all. Y'all all doing great. And then shout out to my mama. So you know what I'm saying, because she's the reason why I'm even doing what I'm doing now. So yeah.